Life is a big school. We all have to learn.
Hercules had come to the land of the Amazon warrior women under the rule of Queen Hippolyte. Eurystheus, the king of the city of Mycenae, had sent him to ask for the beautiful and precious belt that the god of war Ares had bestowed upon the queen. Eurystheus sent Hercules because Princess Admete, the daughter of the king, wanted that belt. Hercules implored Queen Hippolyte to give him the treasure, promising her that Hercules had never succumbed to defeat in any mission given to him by Eurystheus. Hearing Hercules' words, Queen Hippolyte suddenly felt affection for the hero, and she wanted to give him her precious belt. But the great goddess Hera had already discerned every thought in her heart. The goddess transformed into an Amazon warrior and incited the troops, saying that Hercules wanted to capture their queen and make her his slave. Hera wanted her own son to die so that Eurystheus could permanently become the king of Argolis, and so the conflict erupted. The fierce female general Aella rushed in first, fought with Hercules for a while before becoming exhausted and fleeing. Hercules chased after her and swung his sword to end the life of the female general. The female general Protho was even more dreadful. She alone had killed 7 of Hercules' fighting companions. But she also could not escape the revenge and punishment of the hero. An arrow from Hercules pierced her chest, causing her to fall off her beloved warhorse. 7 other female generals rushed in to seek revenge. These Amazons were the personal troops of the goddess Artemis. Their spear-throwing skills were unmatched. They used their shields to effectively block Hercules' deadly arrows, then continuously hurled sharp bronze spears at him. But not a single spear hit him. They either hit right in front of him or skipped over him. Sometimes they veered to the left, sometimes to the right. When a particularly deadly spear was aimed straight at him, Hercules managed to jump out of the way in time. Knowing that he could not win against these Amazons with arrows, Hercules jumped forward to use his club. And one by one, 7 Amazon female generals had to return to the kingdom of Hades. The great hero, son of Zeus, continued to attack. The outstanding female general Melanippe, sister of Queen Hippolyte, was captured along with a female general named Antiope. In the end, the Amazons had to make peace. They agreed to give Hercules the precious belt of Queen Hippolyte on the condition that Hercules return the female general Melanippe to them. On the way back to Greece from the land of the Amazons, Hercules and his companions stopped in Troy. A very sad scene was unfolding before them. A beautiful girl was chained to a rock near the sea. She was Hesione, the daughter of King Laomedon, who ruled over the Troad plain with the famous and wealthy city of Troy. When Hercules inquired, the Trojans told him the reason for this as follows. In the past, when Laomedon inherited the throne from his father, Elos, he committed a great sin that the goddesses could not forgive. At that time, the city of Troy had not been built as magnificently and beautifully as it is today. The first thing the king did when he ascended to the throne was to build a mighty and solid city that was strong enough to guard against every raid and plunder by neighboring countries who were always coveting the gold of Troy. Building the city was not easy. The king had to ask the gods for help. The sea god Poseidon and the god of light Apollo agreed to help on the condition that Laomedon would give them all the livestock born in the year as payment, including all the livestock born from the king's own herds. But Laomedon refused to pay them, so the gods sent a sea monster to attack the land. This monster could only be appeased if someone was sacrificed to it every day. Hesione was chosen as the first sacrifice, and she was chained to the rock to await her fate. Hercules was moved by her plight and offered to save her in exchange for some of the king's horses. Laomedon accepted the deal proposed by Hercules. Instead of dividing treasure, precious metals, or land, they agreed to let Hercules have the 2 divine horses and the 2 divine mares. Hercules then ordered the Trojan army to build a fort on the beach where he would hide and wait for the sea monster to appear. The monster emerged from the sea like a mountain, and Hercules quickly attacked it with his sword and the curved sword of Hermes. He struck the monster's head with a lightning-fast blow, then repeatedly chopped at its neck. The monster was caught off guard and overwhelmed, and after a few strikes, it was defeated. Hercules saved Hesione. However, when Hercules demanded the two divine horses from Laomedon, the king went back on his word and refused to give them up. Laomedon regretted giving up the horses and played a trick on the hero. At that moment, Hercules could not punish the treacherous king because his forces were too small, and the Trojans were numerous and fierce. Additionally, Hercules had to return to Mycenae to give the belt of Hippolyte to Eurystheus.